Hi everyone, this video is something that I have been looking forward to for a very long time because this is the video where I'm setting up my planner for 2025. So I will show you all the spreads that I have, how I'm going to use them, also share some ideas on the productivity and goal setting and habit tracking that actually worked for me in the past, and even some personal insights on productivity, some personal opinions, and in general show you my plans for planning. Yeah, let's put it that way, for 2025. I hope you enjoy this video and let's begin. So my planner for the next year is Chapter 25, the Yearly Notebook by PaperTess Designs. And in this video, I will set it up and show you how I'm planning to use it for the rest of the year, considering all the productivity systems that I'm using and all the mistakes that I've learned from my previous planner. This year I was using a common planner by Sterling Ink, which is also a great planner. So if you would like to watch a video about how I set it up for this year, you can find the link down below. But I decided to experiment with the layouts a bit, and also if you take a look at it, the size is very different. So that is why I am switching for the next year to this one. Even though the quality of the cover is pretty good, I still would not dare to use it without the external cover, and also I use my external cover to store things in it. And this year there is nothing new. It's the same cover that I was using last year, and it's a Mo-term cover. I'm very happy with it. I don't think I will change it unless I change my planner size. This is a B6, and I think that even though first I looked at it, it looked a bit overwhelming with all the pockets, and there's this huge pocket here, but actually it's not that bulky. It's very convenient to use, and even though they can be quite pricey, I think this one will definitely last me forever. So what I'm gonna do first, I will put my planner inside, and I will also put some essentials in these pockets that I would like to carry with me at all times. I've already mentioned this in my GTD video, the video about the organizational system, that when I get some important physical documents, I usually do not put them in the folder or in the box. I put them in this pocket. So I think this is one of the reasons why I like this cover so much. I think it's very functional. But apart from this, I store quite a few things here in the pockets. So let me give you a couple of examples. First is the sticky notes and just some scratch paper. And I like to carry some here because from time to time I need to take some notes, random notes, and then move them around. So I put them on my sticky notes. And the ones that I would keep here are the ones that are matching the colors and the style, but also have different layouts. So for example, this one, and also some of these. So I don't take all of them. I will just take a few, and what I'm gonna do, I'll just fold this one to cover the sticky part. These sticky notes would go here. There are some shallow pockets here on the top and deeper pockets at the bottom. And I also have these papers. Those are not sticky notes, but those are just note pages, and I like having them around. So I'm also gonna take some, and those I usually would put here at the back. I also read quite a lot, and sometimes I would grab a book from the library, and I really appreciate it when I have a bookmark with me. So I'm going to put this bookmark here as well. This one is from Izabova store, same as the sticker books that I will be using later, and I love this brand and I always promote them in my videos, so go check out their Etsy store. They had great discounts for Black Friday, and I'm sure they will have some more offers for Christmas. Another thing that I like to have with me is the set of stickers that I'm currently using. So for example, if I have a weekly spread, for example with this set of stickers, right? And I'm using some of these icons to track something. So I would prefer to have them with me while I'm carrying my planner around. I would like to create a little sticker organizer that I can put here. So let me show you what I mean. I like to reuse things, and what I'm gonna do here, I found one completely empty sheet here. I'll take it out, and I would like to trim it to the size that would fit here. Yeah, I'm gonna use a ruler to make it neat. So now I have this sheet, and I will stick it to some cardboard. Now, even though I put some glue in, I would like to secure it even more. So I'll take a washi tape. So what is the purpose of this? Now it's secured, it can fit here. right? For example, I am using the icons to track something. Instead of taking all of these sheets with me, for example, I know that I need a couple of star icons with me. So I'll just put them here. Yeah, so maybe I need a couple from different sticker books. Let's say, I don't know, I might need this one. So now I can put it here and carry it around with me in my cover. So whenever I need it, I just take it out and I can use it. For now, this is everything I have in my planner. Sometimes I put some photos of me and my friends or my family, or just some extra things, some postcard, just something nice that I would like to occasionally take out and have a look at. But at this point, that's fine. That's pretty functional. And now it's time to try to set it up. We start with This Notebook Belongs To, and I'm not a big fan of writing my name somewhere. So what I had this year is just like 2024 and a couple of stickers. So here I want to do pretty much the same thing, just to cover this and put 2025. Let's do this. I'm just going to take some nice paper. Then I can use one of these sticky notes. Maybe it looks a little bit empty here, but for me, I think it's fine. It's minimalistic enough. I like decorations, but I like when I'm not overwhelmed by them. So now let's set up the actual thing, the actual planning. And I've already shared some ideas in my previous video in the review of this planner, how I'm planning to use it. And here I'm not going to change much. It starts with the index, so this is going to be my index. I'm leaving it blank for now, and I will get back to it after I set everything up, because main things that will go into index are the things that are on the blank pages at the end. This will be my goal spread and my vision spread. This year I had something like this, and this is the goal breakdown spread that the Sterling Ink Common Planner has in it. This one doesn't have such a layout. I think this is something that would be good to add, maybe not this specific layout, but a similar one. But in general, I like this idea, and if you watched my videos on Atomic Habits, the book that I really like, there is an idea there that you shouldn't really set goals, but you should set like a system. So for example, my goal is to lose weight or feel better. So instead of doing that and setting that goal, you would write the description of what kind of a person you want to be and what is the system of behavior that that person has. So for example, I want to be healthy. And then you ask yourself a question: what does a day of a healthy person look like? So they probably sleep for 8 hours. They probably eat healthy food. They're probably physically active. So now I'm not going to focus on any specific goal. What I'm going to focus on is the developing my new identity of a healthy person. So this is a similar way of how I'm going to approach it this year. First, I will just start with like a personal vision of what kind of person I want to be. As I mentioned, I'm not great at drawing, so I'm going to use these stencils. I might actually use something like this, just to have a nice layout of it. Now I realize that it looks quite similar to the Wheel of Life, but I will have a slightly different approach. And if last year I was all about being more creative and more productive and more knowledgeable and personal growth and personal development, but at this point I'm just so tired that my main goal for next year is to have stability. So again, we're not focusing on the goals, we're focusing on the vision, on the way to those goals. So let's do that. First, I'm going to color some of them, and then I will write different priorities here. You'll see how it works. So this is what it looks like for now. On top, I have 4 things that I want to have, and on the bottom, things that I want to be. So on top, I have a good job, I have enough rest, I have savings, I have a routine, and I am creative, healthy, happy, and confident. Of course, this is very personal, and those things can be different for you. You don't have to have 8, actually. But for me, it just helps to write everything down, everything that I want to be, that I want to achieve, and also the specifics of it. So now this is what I'm going to do. I will write what exactly I need to do, what it looks like. if I'm all of those things. Now I'm done with the spread. Let me show it closer. So the idea is that I wrote down what exactly it means, what I want to feel like, what I want to do, and then what I need to do in order to achieve this. So I will give you a couple of examples. How do I know that I had enough rest? I do know this if I feel relaxed. At this point, I need to schedule my rest. Yeah, I know that might sound crazy, but I'm at this point in my life now. Also, I need to learn to say no. What does it have to do with feeling relaxed? Because sometimes I feel like I take on too many things, too many responsibilities in terms of studies, in terms of extra courses, and so on. So I need to learn to say no. And also I need to plan my time realistically. To feel healthy, yeah, I just want to feel good. I want to wake up every morning and feel good about myself. I need to get some sleep. I need to eat healthy. I've been doing a very good job with the meal prepping, so I want to continue that. And also I want to exercise. I want to do the sports that I like, not necessarily to lose weight and so on. And I think that I've been doing quite okay job with going swimming every now and then. So that's what I mean by that. So if you take a look at this, it doesn't look like there are any specific goals, but this is just a system of things that I want to do every day to have all of this balance. Is it going to work out? Will it be perfect? I'm not sure. The system that I wrote for this year is partially successful, but there are a lot of things that I still need to work on, and that's fine. That's what happens. This one is done, and I also wrote here, those are the activities from the book, The End of Procrastination. What I've added is the development activities, so sport, languages, courses, and professional development, and also the legacy, what they call legacy activities, and those are writing and my YouTube videos. So something that I will share with people, that I will leave in this world. Sounds too too posh, to be honest, but yeah, this is how they address it in the book. So at this point, this is my vision for the next year, and I think it's fine like this. I've added the sticker here, but I still feel that it looks a little bit sad, so let me add a couple of more decorations around. Now it looks a little bit more fun and colorful. So the last thing that I will do for this spread is include the trackers, and they will be nothing new, exactly the same as this year. So two things that I was tracking in the extra spread were the subscribers and my weight. And yeah, I feel kind of weird showing this on YouTube, because it would be great if I could show you the graph that goes really down, or at least up, or some changes would happen there. But I decided for myself, because this year was kind of tough, the fact that I could maintain it is already an achievement. I really want to promote this kind of low pressure productivity on my channel. Let me just add these trackers really quickly and we can move on to the rest of the planner. Okay, so that's it. I've added the weight tracker, the subscribers tracker, and also some of the sticky notes that I will have here. So if I need to write something down or track something that is only relevant temporarily, I would put it here. And then if I need this space, I can just remove them and then use this space somehow. This is the spread that I wanted to use for my traveling tracking and also the highlight of the month. So what I figured out is that I created this template on Canva, and at the end of every month, I will choose a photo, or if I haven't taken a photo, then just a picture from Pinterest that I would print. And because it's on Canva, I made sure that the size fits. So I would print it on sticker paper and I would just put it here. So this will be a collection of my highlights of the year. And also this calendar, I don't really use it that much. What I've been using it for several years is to track my traveling. This is how I use the calendar, and I use different colors for different countries. So what I'm going to do, I want to create a little key. And for this, I'm going to use the index card that I usually use for my studies, but because there is no space here to create the key, I will just put it here. I'm already anticipating some countries that I will visit or might visit. This is what it looks like. I am sure that I will spend some time in Belgium because I'm studying here. I'm visiting my friends and my partner in Portugal. There is a high possibility that I will go to Germany again for the board game event, and I really hope that next year, unlike this year, because I didn't have an opportunity, I will also go back home to Ukraine. That's where I'm from. And I will be adding some other countries because I might visit a friend in France and so on. So in general, this is my key. And it's also going to stay somewhere in my cover because it's not something that I would need very often. I think it can go inside of this pocket. So at the end of every month, I will mark my travels. I will stick the photo. And also, I don't want to change anything about this spread. I don't want to add any decorations with all the markers and all the photos. It will be already very colorful. Now, you can already see that something is written on the back of this page. And this is what I would like to talk to you about, because I think if you're part of this Tomoe River paper community, you know that there have been some conversations about the quality of paper this year. And I didn't really think that it applies to me, and I'm still not sure because I feel like a lot of people just panicked, including myself, when they started seeing all of those videos. But mainly those are for people who are using fountain pens. I'm not one of those. I'm using gel pens. But still, when I was filling this out, and this is the spread where I put birthdays, anniversaries, later some holidays as well, when I wrote this, I used exactly the same pen as I was using here. So of course this one is already filled out, but if you take a look, for example, here, it looks kind of the same on camera, but I think this one is still a little bit more see-through. So what I did is I tested the pens how a lot of people did actually. So let me show you. You can see what kind of pen I tested, and to be honest, I don't know. This is Hobonichi Weeks Mega from 2022. Yeah, you can see it's the same pens, same brush pens, and honestly, I don't know. Like, this is a cream paper, so probably maybe it looks like it's not as see-through, but I don't really see that big of a difference. Probably this one is a bit thinner, but also this is something that we were all aware of when this whole change in paper production happened. So I will just put it here and you make your own conclusions. I did this test and I think that I can live with it. It's just something that I guess we will have to get used to, that the quality of paper that we've been using has changed, and in general it's not that terrible. But again, I'm not a fountain pen writer, so from that perspective I really don't have an opinion, and probably it really depends on what kind of tools you use. So coming back to my anniversary spread, I am going to use some stickers to make it a little bit brighter. So this is done. This is what it's going to look like, and I will just be adding some of the holidays as well. I really like using Tombow markers for this purpose, so if I want to mark holidays from different countries, I will be using those. So now once I'm done with the holiday and anniversary and birthdays, all of this, I will set up my habit tracker. And I have very complex relationship with tracking my habits because I start using it very enthusiastically and then I leave it be. But what has been helping me so far, and I've been using like different external kind of inserts to track my habits, I try to focus on a specific type of habit every month. Every month I will be tracking different types of habits. So what I'm tracking now, for example, is my sleep, to make sure I have 8 hours of sleep. Also things like food, budget, right, not overspending, or things like reading, working out. And a lot of these things are things that I do anyway, so I don't really have to track my reading. I read almost every single day, but this is the habit that I include to make myself feel a little bit better. So when I look at it, I'm like, wow, I read for so many days in a year. So this is what I'm going to keep doing, and I will track different types of habits, and I will not write them down here as it's normally done, right? So normally this is how you would do it. You would write your habits here and then you would track them here. No, I will not do that. What I will do is I will write my habits that I want to track here, and what I will write here is based on the book Atomic Habits that I really like. There is a video, you can check it out if you want to, or better, go and read the book. So basically the author suggests that to form that habit, we need to make it obvious, then make it attractive, we need to make it easy, and then we need to make it satisfying. So this is what it looks like. Here are the habits that I'm tracking, and here is the key. So W is for workout, R is for reading, and so on. And here, as you can see, I circled the W because workout will be the goal for January. Now, based on the atomic habit system, how do I make it obvious? I put it in a calendar. I set up multiple reminders throughout the day. I also have been taking out my yoga mat, and I see it all the time. It's always on the floor. I didn't write it down because I'm already doing this. Then how to make it attractive? I think that I will buy one of those posters with like very healthy looking people who are running and just put it there as the reminder of why I'm doing it, because it's not only for the looks, it's for the health as well. How to make it easy, doing at least minimum. And here I wrote the options that I have. So what does the workout mean for me? It doesn't mean that I have to go to swim, but yeah, there is a swimming pool. It's very close to my house. I don't need to take any kind of transportation. I can walk there for like 10 minutes and I'm there. I can go for a run. I can do yoga or Pilates at home, or I can do what I call 3 times 10. And what it means is 10 sit-ups, 10 push-ups, and 10 lunges. So it goes from very easy, this is the easiest one because it's the fastest, and then to the most difficult, because for swimming I need to be able to do it at a certain times when the swimming pool is open and I need to get out of the house. And also how to make it satisfying. What's the reward that I'm getting? After I complete 10 in a row, I'm going to plan some kind of a gift for myself that I will buy, probably some stationery, or I will treat myself to a nice lunch, but healthy lunch. This is just an example, and I've been using a lot of these strategies already, but I was kind of off because of all the things that are happening in life. So that is why I want to get back to this kind of system. And I'm planning to continue like this every month. So every month I will pick one habit that I want to focus on. Maybe it will be the same one. And I also will measure success. And I think here success means if I do it 80% of the time, I think that would mean that I can probably try to switch to a new habit, but I think workout is something that I've been struggling with. So maybe this will be also my goal for February. Why not? The next spread is this one, and I am planning to use it for my thesis tasks, at least until I graduate. So for the first half a year, this will be the calendar of my deadlines related to thesis, university, exams, and so on. I will add the monthly stickers here to make it a little bit more visual. And for now, I already know, well, I know one date, so I can put it in the calendar. And then this side, I will be using either for the notes regarding my thesis, for some kind of action steps and so on, or in the future, I want to use it for my achievement. So here it is. The deadline, I put some stickers here, and for now I'm keeping them blank, and I will start filling them in January when I get more information about my studies. After this, we have this spread that I'm planning to use for a silent to-do list, also for some note space. I will put some sticky notes, and to have 25 things to do in 2025. And let's do it. My silent to-do list this year looked like this, and I have a lot of things complete, but actually some things should not really be on it. So the concept of silent to-do list is that you have things that you know you need to do, but because it's not that important, it's not the emergency, you kind of keep them in your head. You don't write them down, you don't share them with anybody, because it's usually something like, oh, I really have to fix that. So for now, only a few things can be migrated here. Even though my silent to-do list is short, I have 25 things in 25, and it's quite long. I will leave this space blank because maybe at the end I would want to write some reflections. So this will be a nice, quite minimalistic spread for now. But if you noticed, I left a lot of empty spaces here. Why? Because I have a lot of these stickers that I think are really nice, so I'm planning to use them. So once I've completed something, for example, once I've knitted a scarf or visited a new country, I would put one of these stars or the ticks and I would just stick it on top, and I think that at the end it would look quite cute. And for those that are not completed, maybe I would use some of these sad or confused emojis, or I have some crosses as well, like, yeah, like these ones that it's not complete. But I think this would make a nice and colorful spread. A lot of these things are just fun, like start playing RPG again, or learn to cook a new dish, try new cuisine, yeah, rebind a book. I have Stephen King's It. It's a very, very big book and it's in soft cover. I don't like it. I want to rebind it. So a lot of these things are fun, but some of these things have to do with very big changes in life. So it's kind of a checklist for me as well. For example, I will graduate, so I will need a job at some point. I also really want to get braces. After that, I have the monthly spread already. And I'm not big on monthly spreads, as you might know from my previous videos, but I'm planning to start using them. I had a lot of nice ideas in the comments under my previous video. I will try my best to be more regular with my YouTube videos. That's one of my goals as well. And I will be using this as a content schedule. But I will not be setting it up yet because I want to make another video at the beginning of January how I set up my first month. This one is the same. It's the first spread of the month. So this one I will complete at the end of the month. So this will be a collage of monthly memories and nice things that happened. I will also have some highlights and achievements and some maybe monthly relevant notes, lists here. So this is something that will be coming later, but I can already show you what I did with these spreads. And this is a weekly spread. So originally what it looks like, you have 1 page per day of the week. So there are 7 blank pages. But since I'm a big fan of vertical planning, and recently I've been doing this thing when I have to write down more than just a single word, so I need more writing space, this is what I decided to do. And as I already showed you, this is an example of what it would look like, right? So I would have this spread on the right. I would have all of these highlights or events that are happening throughout the week, and these will be 3 days and then 4 more days of the week. And I used this tape that I got on the PaperTess Designs website. It comes with 2 in a pack. I got 2 packs for now, and I think it fits perfectly. I really love it. The only thing is that it's kind of wasteful because it goes from 1 to 12 and then from 1 to 12 again. So a lot of it really goes to trash, and this is not something that I like because I don't like wasting things, but in general it looks quite good to me. Here I made quite a mistake because I think that I want to keep this space on top. Here it's at the bottom where I would have like my gratitude journal or a highlight of the day and then some reminders of workout, for example, a goal of the month or habit of the month. So this is something that here would go at the bottom this week. But then next week, I already put it like that, so that will go on top. And again, I want to gather more ideas, experiment more. So how I set up the month specifically, and every day I will show you in one of my videos in January. And here I have a lot of blank pages, so they will be used for note-taking and journaling. And I absolutely love this idea that all the months, like the whole month of January, is together here, and I do not have to do the flipping back and forth. So after all of this, we still have a lot of blank pages, but before I get there, I wanted to add some little tabs. I had them organized in one of my sticker books. It would be useful to keep track of things. All of the tabs are in, and this is what they look like. They're not perfectly aligned. This is actually my first time using this kind of tab, but in general, I think they will help me organize it a little bit and flip back and forth when I need to go to a particular month. This part of the planner is done, and these would be just monthly spreads and weekly spreads that I will be posting more about once I go through them and show you my planning system, how I set up my weekly spreads, and so on. And this part will be for notes, projects, different kind of things that do not fit here. So as I've already mentioned, I use this page to test out different pens, but I do not want to leave it like this. I should cover it with different paper and just make it like a title page for my section, note project section here. I'm just going to keep it simple. I think that is good enough. And one more thing that I want to do is actually also create a tab like these for this section. And for that, I'm going to use a washi tape. So this is what it looks like. You have a tab that automatically you see that it takes you to a next section. But I also would like to cover some of this space. I'm not going to waste this. So now what I'm going to use these pages for, of course, some of them will be note pages, but not a lot of them, because you have extra blank pages for every week. But since I'm kind of flexibly following the GTD, Getting Things Done system, I am a big fan of their approach to having the one day maybe list, where you put all of those things that you kind of want to do one day, but they wouldn't go to your normal calendar, normal plan, because this is just something that you use as a reference. They also have a reference list, but I don't keep it in my planner. I keep it in my notes on my phone. So what I want to do here, I want to do a one day maybe list. Then I want to do my ideas list, and also different projects. And in the GTD system, a project is defined as anything that requires you more than one step to finish. So currently I have my thesis that I'm writing for my master's, and that's a project. So I have a lot of steps. So I want to have a separate space for it just to track my progress, and that's going to be here. Another project is my internship that I'm kind of halfway through, but there are still a lot of things to do there, so I will include them there. So this will be a one day maybe list where all of my courses that I want to complete one day, maybe films that I want to watch one day, everything will go here. This will be my ideas list, and I'm leaving it completely blank. I will just add one sticker, my great ideas. I don't want to waste space, so I think this one will be quite a lot of writing. So this is where I would add my ideas for videos, my general ideas that I have for different projects, for different work, study, YouTube related things. So all of these ideas that I hope I will have will go here, and I am ambitious. I believe in myself. So I'm going to leave this spread blank as well. So I will have two spreads dedicated to my ideas. If I don't have enough, then I'll use it for something else. It's not a problem. But for now, this will stay blank. And now it's the project time. I have a couple of new washi tapes from Hema, and I'm going to use, I think, this one, the checklist one. Okay, so this tape is not perfect. I'm not sure if you can see that, but if this one that came from the same brand, it perfectly fits into the grid. Here it's really a different size, so I don't want to waste it. I still want to use it, but yeah, it doesn't look that good. But I do have a solution for that. This is what I'm doing. This is the list of the things that I have to do, and I put little dots to see which ones are corresponding to which tasks. Here is the blank square. I'm gonna leave it blank, so I will use this one to tick off sending the zip of ePortfolio. So these are the tasks. Probably it doesn't look that good because it doesn't match, but it's good enough for me, to be honest, and I think this tape makes it look a bit neater, so I do not mind. And I'm leaving these blank because that's internship tasks that are university related, documentation related, but then I also have some internship tasks that I want to complete within my internship, like creating different courses and things like that, so they will go later here when I finalize that list. And then for portfolio, I honestly do not have anything in mind for now. I know that I will need to basically go back into my professional experience and kind of find the materials that I would like to include there. I know that I probably will have to make a website for myself. So all of these steps I will finalize later, to be honest. I don't want to think about them now because, as I mentioned probably 100 times in this video, I'm feeling quite overwhelmed with everything that is going on in my life. So I'm just going to put the washi tape here, and then later I will finalize it. Once I'm done with my internship, I will start working on my portfolio. So these are the smaller projects. Now for my thesis, I'm also going to use this washi tape to write the title, thesis, and that's a big one. And again, for now, I'm leaving it blank because I'm working on my thesis now, and this is next year's journal. So a lot of tasks that I need to complete that I have in mind now, I will actually have finished by the end of 2024. And that's me done with my project spreads. I'm back to the index, and I don't want to add any titles because it's already titled index reference. I think it's great. So this is what I made so far. I've listed all the pages for all the months, even though I don't really need them because I have these tabs, but just to fill it in with something, you know. Sometimes you just want to fill in the page because you like the experience of writing and journaling and so on. So I think that's why I did that. I put all of my projects here as well. So I'm gonna leave this part blank because I think I will be adding more spreads, more different projects here. The only thing that I want to do is decorate this page a little bit. I left some space here, and I will use these beautiful teacups to decorate the spread a little bit. Here it is, and I'm keeping this side blank as I mentioned because I don't know what's going to be on there. And this is the approach that I try to take for all of my journals and planners because really I am keeping a lot of things blank because I don't want to decorate something and then get back to it and realize that I don't have enough space to write. That is it for my planner. Please let me know what you think in the comments below. If you have any suggestions, any comments, you think I missed something. Especially I'm interested to hear from people who either used this planner in the past or you're thinking about using it next year or in the future. Let me know about the spreads, how you're using them. I'm always glad to have a conversation with you about planning and productivity, and I hope that this video was helpful and insightful. I wish you the great end of the year and happy holidays, and I'll see you in my next video.